Two siblings Becky and Cal are seen in a car at the start of the movie. They were driving somewhere. Becky's condition becomes upset on the way. So, they have to stay at a place. There was a field of tall grass at their side. Becky hears the voice of a young boy from that tall grass. On the other side, they were also hearing the sound of someone else. Where that kid's mother was forbidding him from asking help, Becky and Cal were taking it so weird. Now they both move into that tall grass, parking their car in front of the church. So that they may help that kid. Cal moves far in this grass. Becky leaves behind while calling the police. In this way, they both had lost their way, moving into the grass. Supernatural incidents begin to occur with them, stepping into the grass. As they didn't find each other when they were searching for each other. They were calling each other here. When they felt the voice coming from their nearest place, but they had a great distance from each other. When they used to feel, as they are calling each other at a great distance, then they used to have a little distance between each other. Now Becky gives an idea to Cal while speaking loudly. She suggests that we both jump at the same time. Due to this, we will be able to glimpse each other. Now they both do the same and they also glimpse each other while jumping. When they again jump, then they remain unable to glimpse each other. It makes them scared. Now the night had fallen while searching for each other. Now Becky meets a man in this tall grass. Who was the father of the kid shown at the start of the movie. It is known here that the kid's name is Tobin. Becky tells that man about herself. How that kid asked for help from them. And they both enter the field of grass. Now the night has fallen here, and they both siblings have still not found each other. Now that a man named Ross says to Becky, we should stay together. We may search for Cal while staying together. On the other side, Tobin comes to Becky's brother. Tobin was saying to Cal here, do you know how easy it is to catch the dead things in the field of grass? Because grass does not penetrate the dead things. But Cal was not quite interested in his story. And he asks, ignoring his story, how did you come here? Now Tobin reveals to him, our family had visited the church. Then they were listening to the voice of a man from the field of grass who was calling for help. He tells that as they step into the grass, we did not get that man and we all three also separated from one another. Tobin says to Cal with this, I know that your sister Becky will be dead. Hearing it, Cal had felt strange. Because Tobin had not glimpsed Becky yet. Nor Cal had told him about her sister. Cal asks him, how do you know this? Then Tobin responds to him that, I have been told this by Rock. And this grass has revealed it to the Rock who knows everything. Whole story of Tobin was appearing useless to Cal. So Tobin leads Cal to that rock. Before this, Cal may touch that rock, he hears the voice of Becky. And he begins to search for her again after being confused. Meanwhile, one more man is witnessed coming to this field of grass. He was the spouse of Becky named Travis. Who had reached here, searching for Cal and Becky. First of all, he encounters Tobin here. Who says to him, I know you are here in search of Becky. He also tells him that Becky is no more. And he also leads him to the dead body of Becky. Travis is grieved, seeing her dead. And he continues to lament there, holding her necklace. Travis also begins to struggle to come out of this tall grass as the morning appears. But Travis was also finding trouble to come out of the field of grass. Now Travis hears the sound of a kid beyond the tall grass. And he calls that kid for help. This kid was Tobin here. Now Tobin's whole family had stepped into the grass to save Travis. But they don't find Travis here and they all are also separated from one another. Many days are passed here and the first scene of the movie is shown here. It means that Becky and Cal have stopped here. And Tobin is calling them for help. Whereas Tobin's mother is forbidding Tobin to call someone. The movie is complicated here. Let's explain it. Actually, this movie has been made on the time cycle of repetition. And all the characters of this movie are entrapped in this time loop. This time cycle is running as Tobin had arrived on the call of Travis. And Cal and Becky enter the field of grass on the call of Tobin. Whereas, it has been witnessed Travis had come here while searching Becky and Cal. It means that it is an enigmatic time cycle, which is continuing in the movie for a long time. Let's resume the movie from the same scene, where Cal and Becky have stepped into this field of tall grass. When they both were calling each other, then their voices are also heard by Travis now. And he asks both of them, continue to speak. So that three of them meet, coming to a place. Now Becky and Cal ask Travis, what are you doing here? Then Travis reveals to both of them, you have been missing for the last 2 months. And I have come here while searching for both of you. And this fact was appearing to them so weird. Because they had come here 2 days ago. And it was being felt by Becky and Cal for this reason, because it was their second time cycle which is continuing in this movie. But this time cycle is riddle for everyone yet. even though the shown characters of this movie are also unaware. Now all three were trying to quit from this place. At the same time, they also listened to the voice of someone at their nearest place. He was Tobin. Travis makes him sit on his shoulder here, so he may guide them, watching the area out of the field of the tall grass. Tobin tells them here about a building, and they start walking towards that building. At the same time, Becky receives a voice message on her cell phone. Someone was speaking in the message, "Don't let Cal harm Travis. And don't let them commit the same mistake time and again." This message seemed so mysterious to the three of them. But they begin to move ahead, ignoring this message. Tall grass had started to engulf Becky in itself when they were nearly to come out of it. Consequently, Becky lost consciousness there. Cal and Travis come to Becky immediately. In the meantime, Tobin's father also approaches here, who tells Becky, restoring her consciousness, "I know the exit of this place." At the same time, Tobin also tells his father that they have also glimpsed a building outside, and they are also moving into that building. As Tobin witnesses that building, sitting on the shoulder of his father, then he does not catch the sight of any building there. Seeing it, they all had agreed to come out along with Ross. Ross leads them to a rock instead of taking them outside, and he begins to tell the advantages of touching this rock. As Cal was nearly to touch that rock, then Robin's mother approaches there, and she warns me to touch that rock. She says that Ross has heard her here, and he has also seen Becky dead here. They don't agree with this lady because they were thinking that she has become mentally upset because of staying here for a long time. Meanwhile, when Ross had started to force them to touch that rock, Travis also detects something wrong, and he begins to hit that man. But Ross is overcome by Travis during their dispute. Travis still does not lose his courage and he asks others to escape from here. When all were leaving from there as being agreed with Travis, then Ross crushes the head of Tobin's mother. Witnessing it, they all panicked and ran away together. But they all were not getting the exit here. Then they see a dog. They reach a desolate store, coming on its way. It means that they had eventually come out of the field of tall grass. When Travis and Cal were fighting over an issue with each other in the store, then they listened the voice of Ross outside. Now they quickly moved to the rooftop of the store. Now they were searching for a way to come out of this tall grass. And they observe here that the exit is possible only by walking through the field of tall grass. Then they also observe a dog who had led them to this store. Now this dog had reached across the grass, passing through the earth hole. Observing it, Travis slipped from here. Cal saves him once. Then he leaves his hand again deliberately. As a result, Travis has fallen down. Tobin observes Cal doing this. Before this, Tobin clears to him or says something. The voice of Ross is again heard by them and Cal goes downstairs, taking both of them. Now Tobin had again stepped into the tall grass after going downstairs. Now Cal and Becky had also moved to the field of the tall grass. It is being observed here that all these actions are being taken because of that unknown message, which had been received by Becky. Cal had bruised Travis according to this message, and Tobin has again stepped into the field of grass while committing the same mistake. Cal and Becky had also come into the field of tall grass. Now Ross catches Cal in the field of the grass. As Cal moves to the opposite side after being released himself from Ross, Ross had also come there to catch him there. And he was saying to Cal here, "No matter in which direction of this grass field you move, I will surely catch you." After this, he strangles him to death. Now it is seen that there are many dead bodies of Cal in the field of the tall grass. It means that Ross has killed him many times in the shown time loop of the movie. Becky witnesses the grass men when she was running as being afraid from there, whose bodies were covered with the grass. And those grass men carry Becky to the same rock, lifting her, the rock where Ross had led them. Now Becky was going to deliver her baby near this rock. There is a hole. It is also seen that Becky had delivered her baby many times. Now Becky calls on her number from her cell phone, so that Becky may not come here again in the next time cycle. It means that it had been called by Becky herself, which she retrieved from an unknown person. Becky had lost consciousness after calling it. She finds her brother Cal near her as she restores her senses, who was holding the baby of Becky. She had lost her senses again, seeing it. She notices after restoring her senses as Cal is making her eat something. Cal tells Becky, he is making her eat the grass. Actually, he was making her eat her baby. At the same time, that boy Cal is altered into Ross. In fact, he was Ross. Later, Tobin and Travis are seen, in which Tobin was telling Travis, "My father will kill them again and again." Tobin and Travis were at the beginning of the time loop, where Tobin was telling him the things according to the time cycle. Now Tobin and Travis come to that rock, where Ross begins to hit Travis violently. And he was also making his son touch Zero the rock while forcing him. But Becky kills Ross, coming from the backside. And Travis touches that rock here unwillingly. He had begun to feel so strange after touching the rock. Ross died here. And Travis had known all the secret ways of the grass after touching the rock. But a curse had fallen on him as he cannot go out of this grass. So he hands the present Becky's necklace over to Tobin, taking it off. And he says to him after telling him the direction of the grass field to go outside, wait for Cal and Becky out of the field of the tall grass field. And reveal this whole story to Becky, giving her this necklace. Don't let her come into the field. In the last scene of the movie, it is seen that time loop was again going to start. It means Cal and Becky were nearly to come into the field of grass. Then Tobin glimpses them from the church. And he reveals the whole truth to them. Now they both don't step into the field of the tall grass as being convinced by Tobin. And Travis had met his end in the field of grass. This movie completes here, showing this scene. Thanks for watching. Do you like this type video, then subscribe my channel Suspense Recapped.